Conservatives were gathering at the Plaza Hotel on in Manhattan Monday night to roast former Vice President Dick Cheney. Now, don't get your hopes up, folks. This is actually one of those more comedic roasts, not to literally put him on the top of some type of fire and, rotate him. The gathering was hosted by Commentary. Is that the Podhoritz's magazine? The figures included former Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld, former Attorney General Michael Mukasey, and, of course, my old friend, former Senator Joe Lieberman. Does anybody know what he's doing these days? His joke recalled one person who was there and offended by... Now, remember, these are all supporters. He, quote, said something to the effect that it's nice that we're all here at the plaza instead of cages after some war crimes trial.
That is just bad to begin with, just terrible.
I guess it depends on your perspective, because I would have found it a lot nicer if they were, in fact, in cages after a war crimes trial. The event was sponsored by Rupert Murdoch, Paul Singer, starred Joe Lieberman and Scooter Libby, the Cheney aide jailed for lying to investigators in a leak hunt. There were some waterboarding jokes that were really tasteless, said the guest. I can see the case for enhanced interrogation techniques after September 11, but I can't really endorse sitting there drinking wine and fancy dinner at the plaza laughing uproariously about it. What this guest, I think, failed to realize is that they were there feting a bunch of sociopaths.
You're like the last person to get that memo.
Other jokes touched on Cheney's having shot a friend in the face. Another attendee said, quote, it was a very sentimental night. I will remind you, there are some European countries where the likes of these men are not allowed to enter without facing war crimes trials. And even, I think, 30 years after McNamara, even after he came out with his apology, you could still find some editorials saying this is a guy who should have been tried in some fashion. So hope springs eternal that these horrible, despicable human beings will get their comeuppance. I wouldn't hold your breath, but really just disgusting. At the very least, I take some comfort that Joe Lieberman, somewhere in the deep recesses of the bowels of his mind, somewhere there is something that reminds him, I could be on trial for war crimes. That is a small consolation, perhaps. But I doubt that bowel even exists in the mind of Dick Cheney. But one never knows. Maybe we'll get some type of deathbed apology.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, unlikely.